What's up with you guys, man? I'm back here with another video, and man, this is one of those videos where you might not ever see the same person again. I mean that like playing wise, because Deshaun Watson, man, back especially before 2020 happened, bro. Like he was literally one of my favorite players to watch because dude's exciting. Dude came off of the national title, beating the vintage Alabama team, and dude had playing like a near the top 5 QB in the league back then. But like now, especially all what's going on around him with the allegations and him being suspended for basically 2 years and stuff like that, and how he's playing now, it's really just a fall from grace at this point. Where like it's potentially might be the last season where like he has to prove himself to where he could be that Pro Bowl caliber player, or he's just not gonna be that guy anymore. And it's kind of crazy to think about too, because like before the allegations, like dude was playing like out of his mind and stuff like that. Like dude, we already knew like he was a great QB and all that type of stuff like that. But like now, like especially in this modern age, bro, like he's probably one of, if not the most disliked player in the NFL right now. And honestly, I get it, because like those allegations, bro, like he had against him, bro, like I actually completely understand why you would pray for his downfall. And when he does fall from grace, you should actually pray for times like this, bro. Like I actually get it. So for the people that actually want him to fail because of that alone, bro, like I get it, bro. Like I get you on like how you feeling about stuff like that. But like for me though, it's like a small part of me where it's like, dang, bro, like I actually didn't see this coming. Like I actually thought he was going to continue to be like at least a top 12 level QB for the rest of his career, honestly. But 2024 is going to be a really big year for Deshaun Watson, because he used to be a guy where like he can actually elevate talent and stuff like that. That's what franchise QBs are for me. Elevate talent and win because of them. He started last 2 years. He was playing like he actually win in spite of him. It really shone too, because the last 2 years when he basically didn't play football at all, like his stats are like marginally like got a little bad. Like in the last 2 seasons he actually played and stuff like that since his suspension and stuff like that, dude put up 2,217 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions, completing 60% of his passes. But back in 2020, when he was last season in Houston, he actually doubled that, putting up 823 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 INTs, and 7% of his capacity completed, bro. Like, put in perspective, he led the league in passing, tied for 7 in passing touchdowns, was one of the lowest in INTs and one of the highest in completion percentage, while also getting sacked the second most in the NFL back in 2020. Not to mention, like back in 2020, last season in Houston, that team went 4-12 because that roster was just that bad of a roster he had. So like, he really did all his power to actually make them like competitive, and they just couldn't do it because that roster was just that bad. Now since he's been on the Browns, getting that whole fully guaranteed contract, like he has not been the same. Now, obviously, one of the key factors of him not being the same is because the fact that like he was on the couch for like a year and a half, so and also being suspended too. So like I kind of expected him to like not play as good starting out, because dude, like you can only play as good as you can when you actually get actual football reps. So that's actually some of the excuse for him. And then of course the second year he actually was on the Cleveland Browns, like dude still like looked uninspiring, but like it was like some flashes where like you got some of the older Deshaun Watson back, like for instance the Titans game, and then also the second Ravens game where he completed like all of his passes in the second half. Like there was times where he looked like older Deshaun, but like other than that though, like he looked uninspiring like those games he played for the most part, and he didn't even finish the season either because he got injured. Like it's actually crazy to think about that. Like Deshaun Watson didn't play that good in the games he actually played, but like Joe Flacco, who's like basically 40 years old, who we know not to be elite for real, actually looked better in the offense than Deshaun Watson did, and that's a problem because Joe Flacco was just on his couch, bro, for the most part, and basically lit up the scoreboard the second half of the season to actually push the Cleveland Browns to make the playoffs. And this Cleveland Browns team is really a great roster anyway, so like that was like concerning for me. Now this coming season, bro, like they actually did make a move to where they trying to make Deshaun Watson look better in the passing department, and that was actually hiring a new OC for the Cleveland Browns, Ken Dorsey, who used to be a former OC for the Buffalo Bills. You didn't know that. I guess with this move right here, they're trying to make it more of a pass-centric offense, since for the past few years they basically run the offense through Nick Chubb, who's currently injured at the moment, who might not even start the season this year because he had a devastating leg injury last year. But Ken Dorsey to me is an alright OC. He probably look better with Deshaun Watson because he don't turn the ball over as much as Josh Allen does, but we'll see about that. Obviously, this Cleveland Browns team as a whole, like this roster, the defense, the offensive line, the running back when Nick Chubb is healthy, it's a really great team. And I credit to the Cleveland Browns actually building up this roster because they went from being one of the most laughingstock teams in the NFL to being one of the most competitive ones in a few years, and that's just a big credit to them to turn their franchise around and being in this position where they can actually win the Super Bowl with this roster. And then they also have one of the best coaches in the NFL, in Kevin Stefanski, where he basically a 2-time Coach of the Year for him. Basically helped lead the team where they went through 4 QBs and made the playoffs. He's a really good coach, bro. I actually give credit to him for even making the playoffs with that type of situation like that. Because any other coach, bro, it'd be hard to even get past 500 for the season for him. But obviously, it ain't gonna be worth it though if Deshaun Watson doesn't play good, because Deshaun Watson, bro, he has some weapons in Amari Cooper who on any given Sunday can go for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then also they actually got a new wide receiver in Jerry Jeudy to where he should be the number 2 for him, and they just paid him a good amount of money to be the number 2. So he's a really great route runner too. So he has some weapons for Deshaun Watson to actually work with this year. Look, man, I get it. If you actually want Deshaun Watson to fail and stuff and not be that QB anymore, and look, I get it, bro. You have every right to be that way because what he did in the past, bro, that off the field, that's on him. That's just on him. But on the field, what I'm talking about, him falling from grace like that is kind of too soon, given the fact that he's I think he's 28 right now. He's about to be 29 beginning of the season, and it's really going to be a big year for him. If he doesn't have a big year at all this year, and potentially next year too, because I think they might keep him next year, they're going to look to actually replace him at QB. And to be someone that used to be known as a top 5 QB in the league to potentially be out of the league, bro, in the next 2 years, it's something that we haven't seen in quite some time, and actually might happen, bro. So good luck to him this season, but he got a lot to prove, bro. But I do appreciate y'all watching the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video for more videos like this, bro. And I'll catch you in the next video, man. And y'all have a great day. I appreciate y'all.